Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I want to show you a video that had to do with something that happened to me in, in November of 2018. This was a long time ago. And I recorded this on my old smartphone. And I had it in my gallery for a while. And it disappeared along with a bunch of other pictures. And I'm saying to myself, I don't remember erasing it. But I got some of my gallery pictures from my old phone to be transferred into this new one. And they told me, well, there's some old pictures that were restored, old, and then videos and pictures and stuff like that. And there was a bunch of them. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I saw them, and then I came across these videos that I thought were lost. I had a heart attack, and I almost died. Dialed 911 and all that. And there was some two tenants across the hall that actually helped me out. I didn't know exactly what was going on. I never had a heart attack before. My health wasn't doing so good. And I was actually, believe it or not, a lot heavier than I am now. I actually weighed up to 400 pounds. That's how. And I was drinking a lot of juice. And of course, the sodas, they were not doing me any justice either. I tried very hard to stay away from it. Now, I felt chest pressure. I couldn't breathe. And I felt dizzy, like I was about to pass out. So I knocked on the door and I told him, can you please call 911 because I can't talk, whatever. I called them, but I couldn't finish. So one of the tenants used to be a nurse. So she helped me out. And then I sat down in a chair while I was trying to calm myself down. And that's when I passed out. I passed out, and then I don't even remember leaving the apartment. I don't remember any of that. I remember in and out, waking up. I remember I woke up and I was like, excuse me. I was on a harness. And I was tied around my wrists and also my legs. And I was like lifted up, and I was in a harness. I was completely butt naked. I was nude and I was cold. Extremely cold. And I later found out that they had me on ice, so they could the circulation to go up to my brain and stuff like that. And I remember waking up, and it was like the most intense cold that I could ever even imagine. It was like I don't know, but it was very cold. And then I couldn't handle it. And then I passed out. And then I woke up later on with oxygen and breathing tubes down my throat and all bunch of other shit, and the IV, the whole nine. I was in the ICU. And I was there for about a week. And for the first couple of days, the first 3 days that I was there, I was in a coma. So when I woke up like that, it was day 4. I don't remember the first 3 days. I don't remember it because I was in a coma. And so they were feeding me through tubes. And then I remember that they told me that I had way too much fluid. I weighed 400 pounds. They gave me what is called Lasix, water pill, not pills, but through the IV. And through that whole week, even when I was able to eat again on day 4 to day 7, whatever, I lost over 50 pounds of water weight. Like 52 pounds of water weight, excess water weight I lost. It was crazy. And I remember they told me that I was diabetic, and what's making it worse was I wasn't sleeping properly, even though the trach tube, the artificial trach tube that gave me this scar that I have right here, it wasn't doing me that much justice when I had it for 8 months, and it did some good, but not to the point, and not to the point where I wanted to, and there was some other issues too. So I had that taken out, and that was a long time ago. And so they had me on a breathing machine, the CPAP, for people who have sleep apnea, and they told me that I need to take care of myself more, because this is what happened to me. I asked. They said you had a cardiac arrest, or what they would consider, I guess, a heart attack or whatever. So that was my brush with death, and and just to let you guys know, I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel or anything like that. Whatever, I was just out, completely out. And then after that week was gone, they assigned me the machine for me to use to breathe when I sleep at night. And this one is different from the one that I had before, because they had different models. And this one I liked a lot. This one I was able to tolerate. And the part on my very last day, this is what happened when the nurse told me about my diabetes and the medications that I needed to take.
Okay, sounds good. So the first one I have for you is called Glimepiride, and this is the medication for your blood sugar. So it's going to help to lower your blood sugar so that they don't go too high. Okay. So what the medication looks like is like this. Okay. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to take one tablet just once a day, and you're always going to take it in the morning, and you're going to take it with breakfast. Okay? Okay. So with this one, I want you to take it with breakfast, because sometimes what it does is lowers your blood sugar, and I don't want it to lower it too much. So it's really important that you always take food with this medication.
Is this basically to keep it from spiking up too?
Exactly. Yeah, it kind of keeps it level throughout the whole day. So that's why I want you to take it in the morning, and then also with food, so that it doesn't go too high or too low. Okay? I'm just listening to make sure. So we have that medication. And we also have one more medication that is for your blood sugars as well too. It's called metformin. Okay, and then with the metformin, it looks like this. And what you're going to do is with this one, you're going to take one tablet in the morning, and then you're going to take one tablet in the evening. I want you to always take this one with food too. So this one's going to be in the morning with breakfast, and then again with dinner time.
Okay. I take them both separately, or take them at the same time?
You can definitely take them both at the same time. The Glimepiride and this one can be taken in the morning, and then you'll take this one again at nighttime. So at bedtime, or I should say at supper time. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
I was going to ask the doctor. Okay, I do have type 2 diabetes, but it is reversible.
Yes. So as long as you start eating healthy and kind of watching what you're eating, exercise helps out as well too. So if you can get up and start walking, and then just kind of watching what you're eating, those things can definitely reverse it. So hopefully, you won't have to be on this medication lifelong, but we want to make sure that the blood sugars don't get too high either. So it's really important to take it for now until the doctor tells you.
If it's reversible, then okay.
It is, yeah, it's reversible, and I hope you can reverse it. That would be really exciting.
And those were those were the videos. I'm very lucky because I'm considered what they would call borderline diabetic. My diabetes was, borderline. I'm not exactly a diabetic right now. That's what they call pre-diabetes. So even though I'm still big, I'm still a big guy or chubby, fat, whatever you want to call me. The thing is, I haven't gained any more weight than what I lost. I've been keeping it. I lost some weight to some degree, but I gained just maybe a little bit back. I've been cutting down, and of course I was taking the medications that they prescribed for me. But then I was taking less and less of that when I started to take cinnamon capsules, which are very effective for diabetes, and ginger root capsules. Ginger root, because it's a spice, very strong spice, and cinnamon capsules. Those are very effective. And for those of you who have seen my latest updates on the hospital, where my blood sugar was down to 90, 95, 102, and the highest was like 131, and that's after eating. So I still take metformin every now and then, but not as much as I'm supposed to, because I'm relying on these. I've been experimenting, and they're very extremely effective. Now that was my brush with death, and that was a thing that was really pretty intense and scary. Except for the part where, for those of you who haven't seen the part where my vein popped from my leg, because I went to the hospital 6 times for that shit.
How long was it bleeding? For how long was it bleeding until the ambulance was called?
I don't know, because I woke up like this.
Oh, you woke up and it was bleeding. Okay.
Okay, let me get somebody to help me get the out from under you.
I'm sorry.
Okay, there we go. Alright, I'll be right back.
Ow, okay.
Can someone help me?
The first 2 times were actually the scariest, especially the second one. Or it says the title of it was my vein popped again, or something like that. It was the second time I had my foot. I was taking a shower when my vein popped, and then I was like looking down as I was washing my hair, and then what the fuck? And then that's where I saw a big pool of blood, and it was squirting out of my leg. And I called 911. I had to run across to my room, to my bedroom, to dial 911. There was blood everywhere. And I had to get a towel to tie it around my leg to cut the circulation. I had to put something over it. And I can't believe I actually had the nerve to record myself and see the blood squirting out while I was doing all this shit. I can't believe it. It happened again. Like, what the fuck? And then the intro. And then me going to the hospital. But I got that taken care of. I don't have varicose veins as severe as I used to anymore. My health is getting better. Slowly but surely, it's getting better. And I'm happy to be alive. Let's just put it that way. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.